Oh, the glare is happening. Good morning, everybody. Today is Sunday. Whew. And already my arm is getting tired from holding this, so I'm going to rearrange. Okay, sorry for the weird lighting. I have zero arm strength. Like, I had terrible arm strength before, but very much zero. So sorry that crazy sun is happening. Anyway, so today is Sunday, May 3rd, I think. And I wanted to vlog with you guys because I'm actually doing something. So we have decided that Sundays we're going to try from like here, at least until the baby comes, we're going to try to take, should I try to block it for you? Oh no, I'm sorry if this is really annoying. Is it more annoying to have me look like a weirdo or for the sun to be here? Oh, maybe I'll go like this and look like a different kind of weirdo. Okay, anyway, so Eric and I have talked about it and we decided that we are going to take Sundays off from now until the baby gets here. And the reason that what we're going to focus on Sundays are we're going to focus on getting life ready for the baby. So what that means, well, eventually what that will mean is that like projects, you know, like moving furniture, which Eric will do, figuring out the organizational space thing, which Eric will do, all those things he's going to do. We are going to try to like clean and purge as much as we can every Sunday. Well, no, our goal is at least 30 minutes of cleaning, organizing, purging, because I hate cleaning so much. I hate it so much. So I think 30 minutes is the max that I could do. But Sundays are also going to be the day where I get to work on sewing projects, because I like the joy of like, I'm feeling a little bit better, but like I'm still struggling with a lot of food issues. I'm getting pain. I don't know. I'll update you in my whatever pregnancy update thing is, but like I'm not feeling 100% better, but I am feeling somewhat better. And I still have to take naps. I'm still getting tons of sleep because I have to have it, but my naps are getting shorter and my energy is getting a little bit better. And so that means I could start sewing for the baby. Everything that can be handmade by me, or I guess by Eric if he has any projects he wants to do, I want to do, because making things and sewing and doing projects is how I express love. One of the ways that I express love. And so I really, when I walk into the nursery, I want to be able to like, to see, I want the baby to be surrounded by representation of love from mommy and daddy. So that's what we're going to do. And I like, so, oh my gosh, we don't know if did the light just change? Whatever. We don't know if the baby's going to be a boy or girl, and honestly I really don't know when that's going to happen, because so many of my phone appointments or so many of my doctor's appointments are turning into phone appointments, and I don't know. So but I still need to get some sewing done, because I'm going to lose my mind if I wait too much longer. You know what, guys, I can't deal with this. Let me see if this is any better. Still, it's a little better, and I could rest my arm on something on the back of the chair. So anyway, yeah, so I have to start sewing, and I am really like, I'm not a gender neutral kind of a mom. That's just not who I am. I want like, I like girly stuff, and for the boy stuff, I'm just not into the color gray. Like, that's just not, and that seems to be like, gray is super popular in everything, which it's totally fine, but like it's just not my, like, it's just not my style. So I am going to start sewing, and whatever, if I make some things that are like too girly or for a boy or whatever, and we find out we're having a girl or a boy, either I will just not care depending on what the item is, or I'll save it for maybe another baby. Who knows? Even though I cannot imagine being pregnant again. That sounds like the worst. Oh, I'm still having major chapped lip issues, so I'm sorry if it's gross. It is super painful, but I'm just sorry, this is just my life. Anyway, I'm talking way too much. I miss doing this, talking to you guys and things like this. But let's talk about projects. So Sundays we're going to work on projects, or I'm going to be able to have extended time to read baby books. I am getting back to trying to read at least like 30 minutes of a baby book, to like books about kids or parenting or whatever, you know, those things. And yes, so that's what Sundays are for. Sundays are all about little G, and we are so excited. Because honestly, ever since we've done Amy Small World, which I'll leave step back here, we do not, specifically me, sometimes I'll give Eric days off, but I have taken a handful of days off, but it's never been anything consistent. And I know our lifestyle is really going to have to change a lot when the baby comes, because I just don't even know what's going to happen. I don't know how we're going to deal with that. Still thinking about that. So I'm hoping that starting by putting Sundays aside for little G will be a start to have a little bit of a work-life balance. Alright, so today's project, which I'm so excited about. Today we are going to be making burp cloths, because they are really easy. Well, I've never made them before, but I think that they're really easy, and we will need them. Oh, by the way, how many burp cloths does a baby need? I don't really know. Eric and I are both kind of messy people, so my guess is a lot, if our baby is anything like us. But if you have a recommended number, please let me know down below. I would appreciate it. So I was reading a lot of blogs, and I was looking at looking at a bunch of YouTube videos for burp cloths. And there's obviously a lot of different type of material that you could use, like for the backing and stuff like that, to make it absorbent. So what I really wanted to do was cotton Chanel, because it looked so plush and so nice, and it just looked awesome. Could not find that available anywhere, so I was like, okay, blah. Then the second thing that seemed really good is like a soft terry cloth material, and I ordered that, but I ordered that weeks ago from Joann's curbside pickup, and Joann's is just, I think Joann's is having a hard time dealing with the demand. So whatever, I was like, okay, and terry cloth is terry cloth for a good price. I could go and I could have bought like different, like tried to buy towels, but I'm not, like, I'm only leaving the house to go to doctor's appointments. Like, I have not left the house since March 30th right now, which was my last doctor's appointment. And anyway, and I would want to be able to feel the towel, because I know some towels can be scratchy. So that was so I decided, nah, no on towels, like cutting up towels. So terry cloth, if it ever comes, I will make probably hooded towels for the baby, like cute decorated ones. So then the next recommendation is cloth diapers, and I was able to get some on Amazon. So let me show you what we're going to be working with. Alright, so I already opened it, and I washed them, because I washed everything I'm going to be using in newborn laundry detergent, which according to the internet is an important thing. I didn't know it. So I got two kinds. I got the flat cloth diapers, and then pre-fold cloth diapers, because I didn't know what I wanted. So pre-fold, which I realize I think probably is the better option. This is what the pre-fold looks like. Now it's super wrinkly right now, because it came out of the dryer, and apparently these get really wrinkly. I am going to try to iron these things along with the fabric that I chose. But this did shrink a ton. I was really surprised. It shrank a lot. And also, man, I don't know if you could tell, but like, look. And then, well, I think maybe it got a little better. Oh no, you could see here. It is not straight, and it was not straight even when I first opened it, which is crazy. I was like, how are they selling such wonky things? Maybe people don't care if it's wonky. So this is one where it is the pre-folded, so you have a couple of layers, and this is what I like the best. But I didn't know which one I would like the best, so I did get this pack too. So this is not the pre-folded pack, and basically this is just like a single layer of this type of fabric, which I'm not sure what it is. But it's odd to me how these are supposed to be really absorbent, because do you see how see-through it is? But if it's supposed to be for cloth diapers, and I believe it says on the outside packaging, it's best choice for burp cloths, and it even, this is a flat one, whatever, all these different things. So we'll just see. We'll just see how it goes. But these are going before the backing. So here's my huge ironing pile that I'm going to have. The obviously the cloth diapers are amongst here, but these are also the fabrics that I chose. So all of these fabrics that I chose, because there's 20, because that's how many I have, all of these have special meanings. They don't really go like there's no theme. Like, I don't think our nursery is going to be necessarily aesthetically pleasing, but it's all going to have significant meaning. Like, for example, this fabric here is a really, really important fabric to Amy's Small World, my shop, because it is by far and away the best seller, and it just has a lot of meaning and really, really helped us a lot. And then, for example, I also wanted, like, it'll be much easier if we have a girl, because I have a lot of girl fabric. But then we have this Frozen fabric, and Frozen is it's my favorite movie. I cannot even begin to start explaining how meaningful it is to me. But it was also one of the first movies Eric and I saw together. It was probably one of my absolute favorite dates we had, and it was awesome. So anyway, so all the fabric that I have here, which, whatever, it all has special meaning and a story behind it, either like with the actual fabric, like the Doodles fabric, or with this Frozen fabric that it has a special meaning. So they don't coordinate, nothing goes together. It's like a jumbled hot mess, but it all means something to me. And once again, this is how I put more love into it for the little baby. All right, okay, things are falling. Oh, like this fabric, we got this fabric on our honeymoon in Hawaii. And so, yeah, just things like this. All right, I'm going to start ironing this. Ironing is done. It actually was a lot more difficult than not difficult, but I guess time consuming than I expected. Oh, and just to let you know, I think probably, except for maybe the quilting, when I start making quilts for the baby, all of the sewing projects my mom is also going to be doing. We are quarantined together. And I think it's just going to be a great way for both of us to be excited for the baby. She got her own sewing machine and stuff. So, yeah, we're both pretty excited. She doesn't really care to be on camera though, but she's doing like half the work, okay? So it's not just me. But let me show you the next steps. All right, so this was the flat fold one, and all we're going to do is, we just folded and ironed them in half, and because it's pretty similar like width as this pre-fold kind, it is a little bit longer, so we might just end up like chopping some of it off, which is totally fine. Actually, maybe I'll do that to make them all kind of even, but we'll see. And then we have this kind. I would totally recommend doing the pre-folded kind, because this was a lot more annoying to try to iron, and as you could see, like, it's not perfect. Nothing is perfect. I don't know if I make perfect things, but anyway, it'll totally work. And then I have the different fabrics all ironed out too and ready to go. So pinning is going to be next, and actually I might wait till my mom comes out here and she could film so I could show you guys what we're doing. So so I have the nice fabric. This is Eric's request, so if we have a boy, the boy is going to have no choice but to be a Seahawks fan. It's a little furry because of this thing, but that's fine. So we just have this right side up. We flipped over one of the diapers, and you guys are not, yeah, I guess they are diapers. You guys could see this is all wonky, but whatever. And then I am just going to add a couple of pins. I don't think I'll need like a ton of pins, to be honest, but just pin it in place. And then I'm not even worried about like getting close to the sides or whatever, because this is a really easy project. And then what we're going to do is, now it's pinned in place, we're going to just stitch along all of the edges, but we're going to leave a little bit of a gap so we could turn it right side out. And that's the next step. Alright, so I finished sewing all around and I left a hole somewhere. Oh, here it is. So I left a little hole. This probably should have been bigger, but whatever. I left a hole so I will be able to flip it to, so the right side can be out. But before I do that, obviously there's like a huge bunch of excess. And, like, look at, once again, this is wonky. I'm still not convinced that cloth diapers are the best to make burp cloths, because it's hard to get it exact. You know what, honestly, probably what I would have done next time, because I really don't like how these are all going to be kind of wonky, but what, like, who cares? The baby's not going to complain about it. Is maybe I would cut next time the cloth diapers, even the ones, because this is the flat fold, even the pre-fold ones. I think next time I would cut them so that they're even and so that they match the fabric, because I think I just maybe, like, I'm not a perfectionist, obviously, or else I probably would have thought of that beforehand. But I didn't, so that's okay. I'm really, like, I think I'm just happy that I feel good enough to make something useful for the baby. I'm not leaving a ton of seam allowance for this one, but I'm just going to cut all around. Alright, I'm at the ironing board, and this is the Captain America, well, it's supposed to represent Captain America bib, because Eric and I love watching Marvel movies together. And so I turned it out using this hole. This was the flat fold, so this part is not, was not really sewn together, which, once again, I could have sewed it together, but we're trying to, we're just trying to get things going here before my energy wears out. So now I'm going to iron it, because you guys could see, like, these corners aren't crisp or anything like that, and also it'll make this last part, or the second to last part, pretty easy. So I am just going to fold the edges over like so. Let me actually get this in the shop for you. Fold the edges over, and oh, my iron's not completely hot, but whatever, you'll get the point, and iron it. My next step is I am just going to be top stitching to sew that little hole closed, as well as to just top stitch this. So yeah, so super easy, just getting it really close to the edge and going all the way around. I'm not bothering matching my thread, because once again, I'm making something that the baby's going to just barf on, or worse. Alright, back at the ironing board. So it is all, can you see it? Stitched together. Not perfectly, but stitched together. You could call it a day if you wanted to, and it would be all done. But I'm going to add one more step, because I kind of want to give it a little bit more structure in the wash. And so hopefully it'll stay together. So I'm just going to kind of like eyeball what it would be like for thirds. Would this be thirds? No, that would be fourth. Okay, hold on. Okay, so I'm going to fold it as if it would be folded in thirds like this. And then hopefully this iron is still hot. I am going to iron it. And then, oh yeah, there's light lines, but I could see where it would go. So I'm going to add some lines of just straight stitching down here to hopefully keep everything a little bit together and keep this nicer when it goes into the wash. And also maybe it'll make it easier to fold, but I don't know, it's easy to fold. This might be unnecessary, but I'm just going to do it anyways. Guys, it's done. Can you see? Yeah, you can see. So I added a line, but it's not super noticeable, which is great. So this is how you do it, right? Throw it over your shoulder, have a little baby. Please don't spit up on me, baby, but it's probably going to happen, right? Fun, cute, right? Oh my gosh. I have so long to wait, but I'm not going to, like, honestly, this is my biggest joy right now in life, is sewing and getting ready for the baby. Yeah, I guess this kind of turned into like the worst tutorial ever because nothing was exact. But hey, if you just want to get something done really quick, really cheap, actually this, I think it's going to turn out to be about $1 a bit, maybe a little, or a burp cloth, maybe a little over $1 a burp cloth. I guess it depends on what kind of fabric you're using. Then, oh no, it will be more than $1 a bib. But whatever. Let's just say less than $2 per burp cloth. This is very easy, very fast to make, and I mean, right? Looks fine. I have tiny shoulders, just to let you guys know. It's not just like I have really small shoulders. I always have had really small shoulders, but Eric will. This will be good for Eric too. All right, I have about 19 more to make, so let's go do it. It is the next day. It's Monday, actually probably the day this is being uploaded. I'm in a different black shirt. I'll explain why later. It's the next day, but I wanted to show you guys the finished burp cloth. So my mom did 5. She did the top 5 I'm going to show you, and she did really cute decorative stitches and stuff like that on hers, and I did the other 15, so the last 15. So I'm just going to go through this with you guys really quickly. I think this is a great project if you are new to sewing or want to start sewing. And it could be really cheap, and it's super practical, which I always prefer, like a little bit more practical sewing projects or crafting project, even though I've made a lot of impractical gifts as well. But I kind of wanted to show them to you, so let me do that. Alright, so this is Small World with the base, because Small World is my favorite ride, and also Amy Small World, that's my business shop name. And then I don't know if you could tell, but this is Fantasyland with a bunch of the Fantasyland things, like there's Mr. Toad, Dumbo, teacups, Snow White, because on our first date, Eric and I were able to do all of Fantasyland really quick, including Peter Pan. I already explained Frozen to you, so that's Frozen. Oh my gosh, this is such a happy, fun, cool fabric. This is Stitch, Eric's favorite character, and it has like a lot of Hawaiian elements, and Maui is where we went to our honeymoon, which we loved. Haunted Mansion, this is one of our favorite rides. We do this all the time, and I love that it has Hatbox Ghost, so it's Disneyland edition. So those are the ones my mom made, and then she did the decorative stitches. I just did boring regular stitches. Yeah, so I already explained to you, Marvel movies really important to Eric and I in our relationship. The Cinderella mice, so cute because it represents sewing, which is so big in our lives. Also my favorite princess when I was a kid. Then this is the Jungle Cruise. Do you guys see this little boat? The Jungle Cruise boat. If we have a boy, one of the themes we're considering is going to be like Adventureland. And so I don't have a lot of memories from like the Jungle Cruise or anything particularly special. I just really like it, and it will go with our theme if we choose that theme. We're deciding between two, if we have a boy and if we have a boy. So there's a lot of ifs. But Tiki Room, we love the Tiki Room, and we also took a picture in front of the Tiki Room for our baby announcement picture. This Dumbo fabric, this is one that Eric's sister gave to us, and I let Eric pick a couple of these fabrics out, and he loves this one. So this is one that he picked out. Sorry. Splash Mountain, so you can see a little Splash Mountain. Last vacation, we had such a funny memory, or not last vacation, last time we went to Disneyland with our niece when sister-in-law, brother-in-law, the kids came. Our niece did not want to get into front of Splash Mountain, but somehow she ended up there, and she got soaked, and she was so mad, but like in a funny mad way, and it was so funny, and Eric was like, he still laughs and likes to send her Splash Mountain pictures every once in a while to be like, remember this? Anyway, Pirates, this is Eric's favorite ride. And then even though I'm pretty anti-sports in general, my husband is definitely not. He loves sports, and so the Seahawks are one of his great loves of his life, and so he picked that one out, and I wanted to make it for him because that's what he wanted. And then he also picked out a Star Wars, plus we really think that this is pretty. So this is Star Wars bib. And then this is fabric we got while we were on our honeymoon in Hawaii, so more of this one. Then this represents a lot of Disneyland and Disney World because this is the Disney World, and we really like Cinderella Castle. Our castle, definitely not this big, but this is kind of representing more Disney World, even though there's lots of like obviously Disneyland centric, like Matterhorn's not in Disney World, but this is kind of representing our Disney World trips, and we really like to go to Disney World on vacation because it is awesome and it has Epcot. All right, this is our other major dilemma. If we have a boy, if we have a girl, we're set. We both agree and we both know. This is so awkward, but oh well. We both know what we're going to do if we have a girl, like what theme. But for a boy, we both really like Winnie the Pooh. But the only thing, so look at this Winnie the Pooh fabric. The only thing that's really stopping me from doing Winnie the Pooh is I feel like so many people do Winnie the Pooh for their nursery or for their little kids room, and I just prefer to do something different. But who knows, I may just be like, Amy, I would like it, like that's ridiculous. Tomorrowland, and specifically for the memories, we like here. So this is representing Buzz Lightyear, or yes, Astro Blaster. Eric and I love going on that ride at Disneyland. We used to always, when we were dating, we used to bet a churro. When we would go out to dates at Disneyland, we would bet a churro, and whoever won, the other one had to buy them a churro. And I used to beat him all of the time, but that's not the case anymore. He's gotten too much practice now that he moved here. This is a very important fabric, I think I explained to you before, from my shop. And then this might be the happiest fabric I have ever seen. And so this just represents the happiness of Disneyland to me, which is very important. All right, so let me explain to you now why it is the next day that I'm showing this to you. I ended up having a rough late afternoon, evening. I couldn't keep food down. I had a snack, couldn't keep it down. Then really couldn't eat dinner. I just was able to eat toast late at night, and I am really struggling right now with dealing with disappointments and managing my expectations, because so often, oh, and also I threw up like multiple days in a row, or was feeling like super nauseous where I couldn't do anything multiple days in a row. And I'm definitely in my second trimester, and I have a really hard time because it seems like so many places I read and so many people have told me like, oh, you'll feel so much better, the second trimester is awesome, people almost feel back to normal, all these different things, and that is just not my experience. And there are more good days, like I am having good days, you know, but it's just hard because I can only eat so very little in general right now, and so my like baseline energy, if I'm having a good day, is still very low. And then if I can't keep food down, it tanks me for that day and it takes me for today. I know right now I feel very like foggy minded and not sharp, and I'm sorry if it comes across in this video that I'm not making sense, but I'm trying really hard. Anyway, so it's very, very hard because people keep trying, or the internet keeps telling me like, oh, it's going to get better, oh, all these different things. And based on my couple weeks experience of being in the second trimester, like the second trimester is not some miracle. It's not like a miracle is happening. I'm still struggling like 3-4 days out of the week. But I am having some good days. But I think my expectations were just too high, and I really need to learn how to take each day as it comes. But like my personality is, I get so excited about things and I look forward to things, and so it's hard, like it's hard because it feels like it's going against my nature, but I'm really trying. So anyway, so yesterday I couldn't, like, there was no way I would even have energy to pick up a camera, even if it was resting on a chair like it is right now, because that is how weak I feel when these things happen. But the baby is growing, things are going well. I was able to make something. A month ago, I would not have been able to make these things. So let's stay on the positive. I was able to do some things. A lot of my appointments are getting scheduled to like virtual phone appointments. So I have no idea when we're going to find out if it's a boy or girl. So I'm just, for my own, to keep my spirits up about this pregnancy, I am going to keep sewing things using whatever fabric I want, boy or girl, and then if I figure out it's not appropriate, I will save it, because definitely I think I want one of each, but I know I definitely want a girl sometimes. So, and most of these are more like girly fabrics. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope it wasn't too much of a downer, and I don't know what else to say other than thank you for watching. See you later. Bye.